What's up, guys? Trevor Hancock here. You may know me as Portable Trevor, and I am on good company with Scott Bowling.
Hey guys, my name's Scott Bowling, and today I'm with Portable Trevor.
Whoa.
Trevor, man. He's always here editing behind the camera. Kind Punk House.
Particularly that camera. So.
Yes, it is, dude. Yeah. I gave Trevor and the Kind Punk guys about 900 Good Company Frisbees. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Do you ever play with the Frisbees I gave you?
I've played with maybe 3 of them.
In your life, or just 3 Good Company Frisbees?
3 Good Company Frisbees.
Really? What'd you do with those 3 Good Company Frisbees?
Well, we used to have a dog in the house, so I would throw
You
it
used
at
to?
him. Yeah.
Did you kill the dog with a Frisbee? Or
I did. I threw it way too hard. So,
dude, man, I'm so glad you're here, man.
Yeah, thanks.
And
it's really weird to be in front of the camera, but I'm glad to be on the show.
You have your own podcast, Portable Trevor, right? It's a podcast. Is it a podcast? What do you call it?
I kind of mix it with like talk show elements and podcasting. So I try not to say podcast because I feel like every human being on the planet has a podcast.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I try to make it feel more like a talk show than like, all right, I'm going to talk with this guy in my basement or something like that.
Dude, your interviews are on Twitch, by the way.
Yeah, so
that was the first time I ever heard of Twitch when I was on your...
Really?
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
massive.
how long is... I know it's massive now, but when you told me, I was like, what is Twitch? But everybody's on there now.
Yeah, it's mostly like for gaming, but I think there's a really good niche market for like podcasting and like doing shows.
It's interesting that it's mostly for gaming, but it feels like all musicians are going over there now. It's like...
Yeah, some of the most fascinating Twitch streams I've seen have been musicians just like jamming out on Twitch, like live streaming. I think that's a genius way to market yourself.
Absolutely, dude. I love your interviews, just the style and how laid back it is. When you interviewed Rich Ford, I was like, I'm jealous of Portable Trevor. Like,
You've had him on your show like 3 times.
I know, man. You had him once and it was like gold. I'm like, man, Portable
That was
Trevor's
probably my
man.
favorite episode.
Yeah,
Me and Rich
dude.
talked forever, but it was like quality content.
Yeah, and people got to check out your show because I love how laid back it is, man. You're such a cool, like, I feel like you can tell you anything, man.
Thanks. I try
You're
to have
super
that.
intimidating, by the way.
I am?
I'm kidding, man. you're super relaxed.
I've
dude.
never gotten that in my life.
Yeah. Have you ever been mad ever? Like,
Oh yeah, I've definitely
really?
gotten mad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I bet you when you get mad, you get mad.
Yeah. I've gotten road rage.
Really?
Yeah. People cut me off or something
You
like
do?
that. I almost got in a wreck yesterday, actually. Dude ran me off on the road and I like hit a curb, but I'm totally
Oh,
fine.
that stinks.
And I was just like, probably said every word in the book and probably wouldn't have made my parents proud.
Really?
But yeah.
I can see you just being like, that was not nice.
No, you shouldn't have done that, mister. Is that how you pictured me?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So before you started, why did you start your show, Portable Trevor?
First of all, I've always wanted to do a show. And I've done shows, but they've never made it past episode 1.
Okay.
So then quarantine happened and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take my opportunity.
Nice.
And I don't want to say I was the most original person because many people have done like shows that are strictly like online and like you stream it or whatever. But I was kind of like one of the first people, at least in like my friend group, that was like, you know what, I'm going to take this opportunity. No one's doing anything. So I'm just going to be like, hey, you want to be on my show? So I just started like emailing a bunch of people and like DMing people on Instagram being like, hey, you want to be on my show? So that's kind of how I got started.
How did you get the name Portable Trevor?
So I was in college and honestly, I just wanted a cool name. And it felt kind of techie and kind of like, oh, you can take my videos on the go or whatever I post, you can take it on the go.
That's actually legit. I like that, man.
Yeah, so I'm Portable Trevor.
Would you get mad if I did like Portable Good Company?
A
Or is
little
that too
bit.
much?
I would get really mad.
Really?
I would get road
Like
rage.
road rage mad?
Yeah, I would get super pissy.
Like
I'm
throw
just kidding.
frisbees?
Throw frisbees.
You killed your dog with that frisbee, man.
Yeah, I hit him in the forehead. Do you want it? It's all bloodied up.
Yeah. Somebody probably made you mad in traffic, and you took it out on the dog.
Yeah, I actually have all the Good Company frisbees in the back of my car, and I just like throw it at people when I get mad. Just kind of drive by.
Man, you filmed like my Cribs episode, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite videos.
Yeah,
made,
it was
honestly.
super hard because like just doing the intro thing, I'm like, hey, I am Scott. And you're like, no, to redo that. And I'm like,
Yeah, we were like right there, and
Yeah.
Scott came out like 4 times. He'd be like, what's up? I'm Scott. I'm like, let's do it
Scott.
again.
Let's go again. Hey, I'm Scott. You're like, don't do that with your hands. Hey, I'm Scott.
Yeah, he was like Ricky Bobby. He's like, I don't know what to do with my hands.
This is my stuff.
He would just open the door and be like, I'm Scott Bowling.
Yeah, man. I love these little videos you do for me like that. And you did the platinum album thing. Like,
yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, man. Are you going to be doing more of that, like with other people? Or are you like, you work for AEW though? So you're busy anyway. We got to talk about that. AEW. How did you, now I'm jumping all over the place, man. Okay, AEW. How did you get involved with that?
So I actually work at DDP Yoga, Diamond Dallas Page. That's his company. He does. It's a fitness company that he created because he broke his back. I can give you the whole spiel because he says the same thing over and over. He's like, I was 35 years old, broke my back doing professional wrestling, started doing yoga, fixed everything, and yeah. So that's where I work.
And it's not yoga.
It's not yoga. It's DDP Yoga.
Listen, don't ever call it yoga. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's super cool, man. And so before you even got hooked up with AEW, you got in touch with Nathan somehow, right? You called him, or what'd you do? Did you Facebook stalk him or something?
No. I was friends with shout out Jaron Lewis. He's a talented filmmaker from my hometown, but we were just really good friends. And I went over one day and Jaron was just like geeking out about Nathan, just like talking about all of his videos and everything. Yeah. And I was just like, who is this guy? And then he like showed me his film reel, and he was like with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Chris Jericho, and I was like, who is this guy? So then he came over, and he was just there, and I was just like, hey, big fan. And I only had known about him for like 2 hours. And then like a year and a half later, I hit him up, and I was like, hey man, I'm miserable. I was working an IT service desk job. It was so boring, and I was just miserable. And then I was just fed up with it. So I called Nathan. I was like, how did you get to where you are? Because I really want to know. So he like told me his whole story, and then year and a half later, I moved in with him. And
so you told your story, then you guys just kind of became friends, and kind of you kept in touch, and then
we would like send each other memes or something like that, and we would just talk about like film. I would ask him questions about cameras, and then I asked him like, hey, is there a set that I could come help you on? And then he was doing a music video, and he invited me to come on to like PA for him.
What music video was this?
Nathan, what was it? It was Unimagined.
Unimagined.
Yeah. Okay, that was the band name, but I forgot the song.
Okay,
the song,
that's cool.
The band was awesome. They were really fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you got to help him out, and oh yeah, when you helped him out, didn't you like drive like overnight or something? Like you had to work or something?
Yeah. So I was working the IT job at the time.
Yeah.
So I was working a 9 to 5, and Nathan was like, "Be here at 8." So I drove 2 hours there, and then that same night I had to drive 2 hours back, and I did that 2 days in a row.
Oh my gosh, dude!
I was really beat, but it was totally worth it because I made like a really good friend and good connections with people.
Did you tell everybody? Like, did you tell Nathan that you were doing that? Like, I'm driving back home and I have to be at work.
I took a nap on set at one point.
Dude, that's pretty cool, man. I could tell he probably could see your passion for that. You know?
Yeah, I just wanted to show someone that. I just wanted to prove myself to someone that I thought could help me and was just a good friend in general.
Dude, that's so awesome. And so you called him up, and how did you get in the house? You're like...
I was like, Nathan...
You asked him? Like, Nathan?
No, no. He actually asked me, which was cool, because I was like, I'm honored. Like, I would love that. Him and my roommate, James Whiteman, they actually started the Kind Punk House.
Yes.
And it's just been a blast. Like,
it seems like a blast.
Yeah, it's just a group of filmmakers. We help each other out. We... give each other advice. We let each other use each other's gear.
Oh, do you?
And mostly Nathan's because he has everything.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
So you guys all live together in the house, editing and everything. I've never even been to this Kind Punk House.
You need to come over.
It sounds legendary.
It'd be great.
Yeah, man. Can I come over after this?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to spend the night? We'll have a sleepover.
Dude, going back to your family, you used to go to concerts with your dad, right? I think that's so cool.
Yeah, so my dad... well, first of all, my filmmaking, like, I love the 80s. Like, that's my favorite decade, like, has the coolest aesthetic to it.
That's so cool, man. And the Midnight's your favorite band, right?
Yeah, I love them.
And they're, like, 80s, but they're not 80s.
But the reason I love it so much is just because, like, I used to go on road trips with my dad to, like, Braves games and concerts, and on the way there, he would just show me, like, every band ever. And we used to play this game. He had a Sirius XM radio, and he would, like, turn off the display. He'd be like, I bet I can get this song right. And like any song that came on the radio, he always got it right. And
really?
It blew my mind. Like he knows every song from the 80s, I swear.
Does he?
Yeah.
Wow, man. So that's where your influences are. What's his favorite 80s? Does he have one in
He
particular?
loves The Police, Elton John.
I love The Police.
Billy Joel.
I love all those.
Yeah.
I want to like hang out with your dad. I think it'd be
You
cool.
should. You guys would get along.
I think it'd be like, Trevor's cool, man, but his dad's really cool.
Yeah. So the concerts like that I've been to that were probably the coolest was Van Halen. That was like the first big one that I went to.
That's amazing, dude.
And that was one of the most insane concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Just seeing Eddie like shred on stage, that was so rad.
Rest in peace.
And then I was really bummed out whenever I found out about his death.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I immediately like called my dad. I was like, Dad, remember that show? That was amazing.
Yeah.
And then I saw Billy Joel and Elton John live on the same stage.
You saw that? I missed that tour, man.
Dude, it was so awesome.
Oh, they played like they had their pianos like back to back.
Yeah, back to back, and they just had these dueling pianos, and they would like
Trade
contribute
off?
they would trade off. It was insane.
I'm like super jealous of that. Man. I wish they'd do that again. I saw Billy Joel in the Madison Square Garden, which is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds even cooler.
Yeah, but it's
I've never even been to Madison Square Garden.
It's amazing, dude. But having Elton John back to back, that's sweet, dude.
What sucks about that time is I wasn't like into Elton John and Billy Joel.
Oh yeah.
And I saw them live, and I had a good time, but I was like, man, if I went now, I would have had a way better time.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Would you have bought a T-shirt?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I think my dad bought like 5.
Really?
Yeah, that's like his favorite artist.
They're like, that'll be $500.
Exactly.
Okay, man. And so we have to talk about, you came over and ate an entire pizza, man.
I knew this was going to come
It
up.
had to happen. You got down, I had pizza, Trevor ate the whole thing except one slice. This is like a little baby slice.
I just like didn't eat all day.
And I'm like,
I came
dude,
over.
you're not going to eat that last slice? And you're like, I don't feel comfortable eating that last slice. And I'm like, you got to do it, man. And you did it.
I did, just for Scott Bowling.
Yeah. I was like, how do you feel? And you're like, full. That was your answer. I was like,
I
that's
was
a pretty
quite
good
full.
answer.
I think that was whenever I did your Cribs episode.
So I'm trying to get you guys a little fatter. Like I got Nathan eating 16 tacos, you eating like an entire pie of pizza. Mm-hmm. We're going to get Julian to do something, maybe. I don't know.
Do I have to eat this whole thing right now?
You already did, man. I saved the box.
Oh, yeah, this is...
I'm never getting rid of this either, man. Can you sign this for me?
Yeah, totally. I'll sign it after the show.
That means a lot.
Totally. Trevor Hancock pizza.
I give most people plaques. I'll just give you this pizza box.
Totally fine. I'll hang it up in the
Thanks for being on the show, man. So your first album was, I'm just playing.
Totally.
All right, man. That's so cool, dude. What else, man? Anything else going on? What was
well, we didn't even talk about AEW. We just kind of skimmed over that.
I'm sorry, man. AEW
Totally
is
cool.
awesome, dude. Yeah, so you lived with Nathan, and he got you with AEW.
Right? Sort of. I mean, yes. But so I got the job at DDP Yoga, and some of the guys there, they work for AEW. Like we do the video and everything.
Yeah.
And so they asked me to come on to help them. And Robert Peake and Dylan Freimeyer and Nathan, like those guys are like killing it out there. So
yeah, man.
For them to ask me to come on, that was a huge honor. Like the fact that they advocated, I was like, wow, I'm about to shoot for national television. This is insane.
Dude, that's insane, man. How long have you been with AEW now?
Since May, I think, May or June. So
Wow, okay. That's so cool,
Robert's
dude.
shaking his head like, yeah, that's the correct date.
Yes, Robert's the man too, man.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I'm trying to get, like I was telling Robert, I was trying to get everybody a good company, a backpack or something, you know? Like, I want to rep AEW. I want to sponsor AEW.
That would be hilarious, seeing all the wrestlers just huge and buff wearing those tiny backpacks.
It should, dude. So, man, you're going to stay at AEW, man. That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's so much fun. I travel at least every other week with the guys, and we go down and shoot super killer content.
Wow.
Like, I mean, I play like a really small role. Like, we're a team. Like, I don't do everything. Like, we have guys that are editing and shooting and like running lights and everything. Mm-hmm. So very small part, but it's so much fun.
Dude, you work for AEW. You can just say that, dude.
Yeah.
The ladies must love that.
I try not to say that on dates.
Hey, so I'll ask you real quick. When you left your home and to move in with Nathan Kind Punk House, was your family supportive? Were they like,
They were actually really supportive.
Oh, that's cool.
Not at the beginning.
Really?
They were like, because that was the first time, like I'm 26 years old and I moved out last year when I was 25. And I had lived in my parents' basement up until then.
Yeah.
So for me to be like, all right, see you later. They're like, whoa, are you going to be able to live? Are you going to survive? So I like tried to lay it out for them. I'm like, Mom, Dad, Nathan's really good. He wants to help me. He wants to do this for me. And like, I couldn't be more grateful for him.
Yeah, man.
And then like my mom was like, I don't buy it. So but eventually like I moved down here and they saw what I was doing. And then eventually I got a job at DDP Yoga and they were like, okay, you're good. We're not going to ask any more questions. Like they checked in on me. They weren't annoying about it all. They're really great parents. I love them to death.
Oh, that's so cool, man. Was your mom going to concerts with you back in the day or just your dad?
She's not much of a concert
Really?
person. Yeah. Like my dad took her to see Carrie Underwood a few years ago. I think.
Oh, nice,
so
dude.
That's the kind of music she likes.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Absolutely. Bless up.
So who do you got next coming on your show, man? Portable Trevor.
Dude,
you stay busy.
It's been a little while since the last guest I had was Rich Ward. And
okay. And I'm trying to get you Chris Farley's brother.
Oh, dude, that would be amazing.
Yes, dude.
I'd love that.
My mind, I can't think of his name now. But Tom, thank you.
Farley.
Yes. I'm sure Chris Farley's brother loves it when I call him Chris Farley's brother.
That's what I'm not going to even call him Tom when he comes on. So, like, what's up, Chris Farley's brother?
That's
I've had so many amazing guests and I love doing the show. Like I try to, I know you said I have like a chilled, laid back style.
Yeah, man.
Like I feel like that's what gets people to open up if it's just like super conversational.
Yes, dude.
Because like, I don't know, I just don't, like people like suggested like you should get like cue cards and stuff. And I was like, no, that's dumb. Like how boring is it to like every time you look at the host or whatever for him to be like, so what's your favorite color?
Okay, and I see people do that, and I see people just hold the cards the whole time and never look at them, and they're just holding cards, which is weird, man.
Yeah, I'm not Oprah.
Anyway, dude, so you're trying to get more people on your show?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I've had guests like Grant Kirkhope. You remember the game Banjo-Kazooie for the N64?
No, I don't remember that, man.
It's one of my favorite.
More old school than that.
It's pretty old
Mike
school.
Tyson's
That was like
Punch-Out.
90s. Okay, that's 80s. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great game. I played that a lot with my dad.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
I feel like
man.
I was an 80s child because
I think you are.
I grew up with the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah.
And all my dad would play for me is like old 80s songs. So I was like an 80s and a like sort of a 90s kid.
Yeah.
And a 2000s kid because I like watched Disney Channel and Nickelodeon.
Do you ever go back? This is the question I was thinking of. I couldn't come to. Do you ever watch your own interviews?
I try not to. Honestly, I don't.
Really?
Like
Do
the
you watch
sound
them
of my own
once?
voice. Yeah, I watch it once to like edit and everything, and then if I want to like post clips or anything, I'll watch it. But
Yeah.
typically once I upload it, I'm like done. Don't watch it. Don't want to watch it again.
Yeah, that's so interesting, man. Like I watched mine like once or twice, and then it's total cringe to watch it again after that. Like because I just watched myself. I'm like, you suck. Like,
And I've not had like not every episode has been a home run. Like sometimes I like really stumble in the interview, or the person I'm interviewing just like isn't into it. I feel like.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
then I start getting into my own head, and I'm like, oh, this is not a good episode.
Yeah, dude. I remember you interviewed me on the show, and I was so like, I'm like, hey, Trevor, what's going on, man? You're like, Scott, can you look up? Yeah, man.
What I thought the whole time when you were on my show was, I thought the camera was like down here, and that's why you were looking. And then I was like, Scott, are you okay? Or you're like monitor.
Are you okay?
And I was like, just look up. And you're like, oh, sorry.
Dude, I wish
If you guys like the top of Scott's head, you should
Yes,
watch my
dude.
episode.
It is so
Watch
funny,
the-
man. He's like, so how long you been doing good company for? I've been doing good company about 4 years, Trevor. Scott, you gotta look up, huh? I'm like, can we just make this a podcast and just black out?
I should have gotten revenge and done this on the show. The whole time.
You should have, dude.
Hey, Scott. Trevor's so sad.
Yeah. At the very end, you're like, hey, you can look back up at me. I'm like, what? I'm like pretending there's a mic here. Yes. No. Yeah, dude.
Pull it boom down.
But everyone else you interview, it's perfect, man. The camera's way up here, and it's so professional. I like that, man. And you had music on there too, right? Didn't somebody play a song?
I actually had the touring guitarist for the Midnight come on my show.
Oh, nice.
And she has her own like band, so she didn't play a Midnight song. But Lilia Broussard, like she was amazing. Definitely one of my favorite interviews.
Dude, that's so awesome, man. So like I had a Good Company tattoo with Andrew had a Good Company tattoo on his arm. Who are you gonna get the portable trip? Maybe Nathan.
Ooh, Nathan, you want a portable Trevor tattoo?
Sure, let's do it.
He'll say anything now. Yeah, sure, I'll do it. Yeah.
That's a pretty colorful tattoo if you get
It is, man. Talk about who did the logo, man.
Oh, there it goes.
Look, yeah, who did that logo?
Who did that?
That was such funny. Nathan's friend did that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thank you, Nathan's friend.
So my roommate James Whiteman did it. I actually asked him to do it for the show. This is the first time, like, being filmed, this logo has seen the light of day. I posted it, but I haven't like used it for the show yet. But I was like, hey, Scott really needs a logo, and I just realized I don't have a logo for
So
my show.
you're saying it's exclusive?
Exclusive, very
Holy
exclusive.
crap, man. That's amazing.
This is the only time you'll ever see it. I'm just going to throw it away after this.
Dude, you should. Just today.
Only good company.
So, last question. Are you going to eat an entire pie of pizza since we did this interview?
I've already had like 4 slices since I've been here.
Okay.
I always eat pizza when I'm here with you.
Yeah, man. Keep it healthy, dude.
Absolutely.
Do the guys at AEW love that? You're like, hey guys, last night I ate an entire pie of pizza.
Oh yeah, I just go around the wrestlers and be like, and just brag like, hey, I ate an entire pie pizza. Meanwhile, they're doing like 30 bicep curls and just like getting ripped. That's in the backstage at AEW.
Dude, I'm excited about your show, man. I really like it, dude. And like, I'll go back and look at my old interviews and I'm like, man, I'm like, you can kind of see like, but your interviews, I don't know that noise, whatever. But your interviews, man, it's like you've always had this, you've always been great at them, you know?
Dude, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always, like I said, I always try to be laid back. And like, that's not my first rodeo with like interviewing people. Like I did that in college. Like I used to do like a man on the street kind of thing.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
so that really helped me. Like,
Very
I'm still
natural,
not perfect
man.
at it. Like I still stutter and I like draw blanks, but I don't know. There's something inside my brain that's just like, if there's ever silence, I'm like, you got to talk.
That's how I am, yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
What do you do when you draw a blank?
Draw a blank? I just say, you ate an entire pie of pizza. That's what I said. I don't know, man. It was hard. Honestly, I interviewed HR, which is a wonderful dude, man. But I drew blanks on that one. You know, it was just like a lot of pauses. So it's like, I got to think. You know. But no, man, you're the man.
Thanks,
dude. I love you, brother. I'm glad you're on the
too.
show, man. This is really good.
Had a great time.
Can we hug? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we should, right?
Cool. Oh wait, can I shout out the Kind Punk House? Kind Punk House, come up here. I want to give you guys a shout out. These are the people that I live with that I love very much.
You don't live with me, but I'll get all the shot.
Yeah.
What's up, Scott?
Yeah. What's up, Nathan?
What's going on?
Look,
Yeah.
Nathan's back on the show.
Michaela's here, and there's Roberts.
Oh yes, thank you. Oh,
Great.
that mic. I was
Talking
like,
directly into the microphone.
Look at
Was
this
that
family.
Yeah, that's nice.
Look at us.
Oh yeah.
Big old family.
Why'd you look at me and say that, man? You're like, big old family.
Big old family.
Big old family.
Suck it in. So yeah, love you guys.
Hey, I love you, homie.
Love you,
It's
man.
great. We're talking that good company. Scott Boland.
And then we have the guitar outro now. Ba-da-ding.
The Ace of Spades.